All right, it's been a long day at work, so I have like 2 brain cells left. This is my debut short story collection from Austin Clarke Press. There's 14 stories in here set in Nigeria mostly, some in Canada. And I'm going to be reading a bit from the title story, Perfect Little Angels. This story follows 2 men who meet on a certain app. And they live in Nigeria, so it's pretty dangerous for men to meet on certain apps in Nigeria. And they meet in secret on this hill on the outskirts of town. This hill is where the town dumps its garbage. So at the bottom, is garbage. But at the top, if you wait through all of that, you have a really beautiful view of the city, and you have these big rocks that kind of shield you. They begin to meet every Friday in the evening after they get done with work. And this is the second Friday that they're meeting. There has been an accident, you say, and already it is more than you have ever uttered to me. I see that. Yes, 10 a day now, it feels like. Do you do this often? You ask. Bring men up here? No. You're the first I've met from the app. First I've brought up here. You chuckle without smiling. It's true, I say. A squish of anger flares in the word. Why me then? You sound almost accusing. Why now? I don't know. Ever fucked a man? No. Never done anything with anyone. Well, a girl kissed me once back in secondary school, and I've watched porn, that kind, a few times. And you're really 22? Yes. Are you really 23? Your lips call it amusement. I've been 23 for 3 years now. But I'm told I look it. How did you find this place? Oh, I reply. My older brother did long ago. Ma and Pa moved us here from Papa and began a sewing business. Our superstitious neighbor got this idea in Ndubisi's head that having a small reptile in our home would mean good luck for their work. Your smile reaches your eyes. So your brother came here to find a reptile? I'm in the night here. It dragged me with him too. It was before all the trash, so there were actually others around. We found rodents and centipedes, and one time a dead hawk, but no reptiles. Not until after months of searching. Something in my voice makes you shift closer. Are you okay? You ask. I want to tell you that there is a ghost in my memory, mostly conquered, but for the occasional hunt. A small and beardless Ndubisi dashing across Salamander Hill. Easy to laugh at from his own stupid jokes, even on the days we returned home empty-handed. I laughed too, because I liked the sound of it, and how his happiness promised mine. I lead you a quarter of the way down the hill. Here, I say, is where we found the slumbering leaf-toed gecko. It was the most excited I ever saw in the BC. He danced all the way home. Ma was less pleased though. She asked him to get rid of it, but Ndubisi swore God had sent us Meso. He named it Meso, short for Mesomachi, yeah. He almost got in trouble at school because he kept picking insects out of the primary 6 garden to feed his little pet. He sang to Meso every night, told him all kinds of stories about his day. He massaged Meso's little neck with his tongue. He chuckled. Meso lived like a king. Sure did. After Ndubisi found Meso, he didn't really have a reason to come back to Salamander Hill. I didn't either, until the last couple of years, when it turned into a dump. I realized I could shake off a rough day here by myself. Well, you and the shit and the flies. There's none of that up here, just a good view and some quiet. I know we can hear the cars and the danfos, but they're down there. It's like there's thick glass between us. You don't reply. It's as if you're listening for it the way I do, beyond the whoop of distant sirens, beyond the sound of breath leaving our nostrils. How about you? I ask. You frown. How about me, what? You been with guys? Yeah, plenty. I fucked guys, guys fucked me. Oh, most of it was back in Abia. Before that, though, I had a girlfriend. Loved her. We were together for 6 years. Had plans to get married someday. Well, why didn't you? The question causes you to lose focus. You stare at me without seeing me. After a moment, you head up the hill toward the ring of boulders. I join you there, still far enough away this time that our legs can't touch. My stomach is strange, turning, twisting. Do your parents know? You ask. Your brother? My parents died 8 years ago, not long after we found Meso, funny enough. Lorry driver fell asleep one night and cleared their car off the road. And no, Ndubisi doesn't know. I'm sorry, you say. It's fine. Happened a long time ago. Doesn't matter. It's been hard. I shrug. Sure, but not because of grief. Ma and Pa were hustlers, the never home type. Ndubisi looked after me far more than they ever did. Everything he cooked tasted like charcoal, but he always made sure I ate and got enough sun and did my homework. After they died, he changed. I had to grow up fast. I dropped out of secondary school to take over their business. Been looking after us ever since. Jesus, and overdramatic sadness contorts your face, all by yourself. Who else would do it? Right, you say. Well, my parents are around, thankfully, and I've got a younger sister, Esther. They don't know. They never will. But something possessed me to tell Vanessa. I would have died for that woman. Probably still would today. But that didn't make me right for her. Not in the way she deserved. I knew from the start too. That's the fucked up part. There's a whole silent conversation that goes on the first time you kiss someone, you know? I want to tell you that I don't know. You know I don't know. But you're sliding over slowly, leaning forward to close the oblong batch of pebble dirt between us. I want to stop you. I want to say that my heart is beating so fast that I'm sure I will die, but my stomach still feels all kinds of twisted. I want to tell you that being this afraid tastes like metal, that we should go our separate ways and never speak again, that I will delete the app tonight and return to real life. But your cold hands cup my face and your tongue pats my lips. The taste of you is cracked and salty and laced with cashews, and I trapped the skin of your mouth, and your hand presses against my back, and your eyes are closed, so I close mine too, and in the darkness, 1,000 stars explode. A week later, this time, when your tongue moves lower than my neck, I don't push your head away. You unbuckle my belt, and I learn how another's touch can cause my back to fold in shivers. Afterward, you direct me downward, and I focus only on the dark and how it is all skin, nothing but skin. I focus on your words. Go deeper. Not so much teeth. Breathe. Faster. Slower. Yes. Yes. Just like that. Until your words aren't words at all, but moans blended into a single sound. Until you're shivering too. Skipping forward a week later, you scan below with outstretched finger. Where's your shop? You ask. I guide your finger to one of the dark patches below. Right there, tiny street. Ndubisi once mentioned moving us somewhere close to the main markets, near the action. But you know how he is. All talk, you reply. Yes, all talk and drink and sleep and TV. He's always watching old sports games like Pa used to on Sundays. He's talk. Sometimes I wonder if leaving school was the biggest mistake I ever made. Friends I grew up with keep packing their bags and disappearing from here. They are actually starting their lives. School doesn't always help, you reply. The only reason I got a job at Shell after undergrad was because of Dad's connections. And he's the only reason I'm bothering right now with my master's. After I'm done, I don't know what's next. Look around. I can't even tell you where my school is from here. I smile. Guess. I don't know. It's next to a small church with a zinc roof, Holy Ghost something. There are 30 churches like that here. You place a palm over your eyes and zigzag your outstretched finger. You stop at a shadowy water tank that towers over an orphanage. That it? Not even close. You drop your hand on my lap. Fuck. Why didn't you do your master's in Abia? Oh, you reply, I just had to be far away from Vanessa for a while. Because she hates you? You shake your head, as if such a thing is impossible. Vanessa is made of pure love. When I confessed the truth to her, she didn't speak to me for a while, for weeks. Eventually, though, she came around. Forgave me even, after days of talking and asking questions. But our families went to the same church. They shopped at the same markets. She didn't complain of anything, but I could tell I was proud of her, seeing me, remembering what we'd lost. So I left. I know I can't stay away forever. I'm gonna have to see her again someday. And Dad, Mom, all my nosy aunts asking when I'll come to my senses and get married. I mean, I say, Vanessa took it okay. Maybe your parents will too. Your laugh is bitter. Papa is nobody here, but back home, he's a celebrity in all our churches. He would rather die than have a single soul think his son is a faggot. One time, years back, he caught my sister Esther masturbating. Papa burned her hands with hot iron and locked her in the basement all weekend. He'll choose God over us any day. That's our dear Nigeria, I reply. Your grip on my finger tightens. It always fucked with me how Dad could say he loved us more than anything. How he could make us feel it too. But what he really loved was his idea of who we had to be. Some biblical fantasy. The moment we weren't God's perfect little angels, he became the devil. I never got it. From the ether, a memory rises, a squeal and a blood splatter. It's not so strange, I reply. The day after Ma and Pat's funeral, Unubisi took his dear Meso outside. He picked up a rock and crushed it, chucked the corpse in the trash. His face was blank the whole time. It was scary seeing him like that, but I understood what he was thinking. Meso's job was to protect Ma and Pa. Meso failed. Ever worry he would do that to you if he knew? Could you tell him one day? Long ago, a bad day was Reverend Sister Kate, my primary school headmistress, flogging my entire class for noise making. It was falling off the branch of a mango tree near the lagoons and scraping my knees bloody. On those days, Ndubisi shoved his playful barbed words. He ruffled my hair with his hands and walked us to the market for sachets of frozen yogurt. But he died with Ma and Pa. The mud-streaked man that I pull out of the gutter every month is a stranger. I won't tell him, I say, and his blood, so I can't ever leave him. I pause. There are days I wish he was dead. Drop my hand. Do you mean that? I look you right in the eye, so you know I do. Alcohol poisoning, probably. The way bottles pile up around our bedroom. Or a heart attack. If I told him, I'm sure he would do worse to me than he did to Meso. Like I betrayed the promise that I never made. But he's the traitor. I don't tell you that I sometimes spit in his food. That I sometimes imagine his death at my own hands. My palms clasped around the dinner knife hilt. My shoulders tremble and say enough. You pull me toward your chest. We are beyond the ring of boulders, conjoined pixels exposed to the dark world below. I bury my nostrils in the smell of you, and I let the tears fall. Thank you.